timing could be more perfect this morning for us. That is, Editor-at-Large of Daily Mail Australia, Piers Morgan, joins us live from London.
Piers, hello! Nice to see you.
Good morning.
Now,
by the way, I don't want to hear any more trash talk about Susan Boyle, because I was one of the judges who found Susan Boyle on Britain's Got Talent. You leave our Susan alone.
Okay.
All right, you do that if you agree no more trash talk about Harry and Meghan.
Oh, no, we need that.
Well, that's not why you got me on, is it?
Well, the timing is kind of perfect. I mean, surely no one's more excited about this new baby than you.
My excitement barely knows how to start. I am going to respect the wishes of the couple, who have repeatedly said in the last couple of years that they would like to have maximum privacy at all times for their family affairs. So I intend to make no comment about this new arrival to honour the wishes of the happy couple.
Something's happened here. Something's not quite right.
That's right.
What did you make of the name, Lilibet? Does it sound like a sports betting app?
Well, no, I just think it's sort of quite ironic, isn't it, that you've got this couple who've been trashing the royal family and the monarchy for the last few weeks, and they've named the baby after the Queen, who was, of course, the head of the royal family and the head of the monarchy. So maybe it's their way of, reaching out, as the Americans say, to the royals and wanting some kind of end to this on-running feud. But look, I always think when a new baby's born, I've had 4 myself, it's very churlish to put any negative slant at such a moment. So I wish them all the very best. There's 4 in the family now, and I wish them every success and a long and happy life.
So you like Meghan now?
Let's not go too far. Let me rephrase it. I like her as much as she likes me. Is that a diplomatic answer?
Do you reckon you see a day, Piers, where there will be peace on earth between you two?
Well, I sort of have an idea that one day, we'll go back to my pub where we had that first drink together, and we'll sort of put the world to rights, and I'll be able to ask all the supplementary questions that Oprah Winfrey forgot to ask when Meghan was telling her porky pies in that interview.
Such as?
Such as, when you said you got married 3 days before with the Archbishop of Canterbury in your back garden, that obviously was a lie, because if that had been true, the Archbishop of Canterbury would have committed a criminal offence and would have had to have been arrested and would now be languishing in a British prison, which would have been a bit uncomfortable given that he is head of the Church of England.
See, it's so good to have you back on Brekkie TV.
You know what? Actually, I want to say, it's nice to be back on breakfast telly again. It's the first time I've been on breakfast TV in 3 months. So, admittedly, it's a smaller audience than the one I'm used to, Karl.
Got to start somewhere, though, Piers, hey?
One step at a time, brother. Hey, let's remind everyone about the moment you walked off the set very, very briskly.
Oh, thank you.
Take a look at this.
And I understand that you don't like Meghan Markle. You've made it so clear a number of times on this programme, but yet you continue to trash her.
OK, I'm done with this.
No.
Sorry, no. Sorry.
Do you know what? That's pathetic.
You can trash me, mate, but not mine.
No.
See you later.
I'm being...
Sorry, can't do this.
This is absolutely diabolical behaviour.
It always makes me chuckle, because most people think I never came back. I actually did come back a few minutes later, and we had actually quite an interesting conversation. But I don't know about you, Karl. I don't know if you even have a deputy weather person. But if you had a deputy stand-in weather person suddenly letting you have it in quite a personal way, I suspect you wouldn't like it either. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to say something I regret. I don't mind guests piling into me. That's always fair game, but not friendly fire from your own team. I wasn't having that.
Well, I sit next to someone who gives me friendly fire almost every single second.
I'm sorry, I don't mean for it to be friendly. There's nothing friendly about it.
It's definitely fire. Hey, there's all sorts of reports and rumours that, obviously, with their ratings the way they are, that you're going to be called back to Good Morning Great Britain. Is that a possibility? Is that a chance of happening?
Well, I mean, it's quite interesting. I mean, 2 things happened when I left. One is the share price of ITV, the company that put on Good Morning Britain, fell by 5%, or £250 million. pounds, which valued me at about £50 million more than Neymar, the world's most expensive footballer. So that was quite and the second thing that's happened is the ratings have completely collapsed. So I don't take any pleasure in that. I spent 5 years building up those ratings. And ironically, on my last day, we finally beat the BBC, which had always been my mission. So in a way, I kind of scaled the mountain, but they're certainly flying very fast down the other side. And, you know, who knows what may happen? The world is a strange thing, isn't it?
So you would go back if they asked?
Well, you know, everyone's got a price, as Pablo Escobar once said.
What's yours?
The often quoted Pablo Escobar.
Did he get many name checks on your show in the morning? Probably not.
No, definitely doesn't. Hey, I saw a great report too with your wife. She said in one of the papers over the weekend, she's just so sick of waking up next to you every morning. Can someone please find him a job? I mean, are you that punishing at home?
Well, it is extraordinary, isn't it? You've got millions of Brits who are in mourning because they can't wake up to me in the morning. And there's my wife, who is the luckiest woman in Britain, who gets to do it every day, and yet she seems to see this as some kind of terrible thing in her life. So obviously she's now in the spare room, and I'm reviewing this.
Your poor wife, Piers. Oh, my
My
gosh.
poor wife, she's the luckiest woman in Britain. What are you talking about?
Oh, well, if not the world.
Wait, thank you, Karl. Thank you.
Pleasure.
You two together are a punish. Seriously.
You know what? I think we should go on the road, Karl, you and I. We should go and put the world to rights, literally continent by continent. The two of us, because I think a lot of people watched the 60 Minutes yesterday, and they've been bombarding me with two thoughts. One, we need more people like you in Australia, which I'm very happy to do.
Yes.
And secondly, you're very like Karl. I don't know if that's an insult or a compliment, but I'm thinking it is a compliment.
We've got to give the people what they want, Piers.
Well, I'm thinking towards the end of the year, right?
Yeah.
Look, this little baby in my hand. I'm thinking maybe a little Ashes tour.
How good.
You know, come and do a few weeks with you guys, watch a bit of the cricket. Who knows where it may take us?
A few long lunches.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
That would be very, very
Is
fun.
Doyle still going on the beach?
Yeah, yes, it is. It's less affordable now than it was before, but it's still, you know, the way you've become accustomed. Look, your book, Wake Up, is topping the charts. You know, it's the whole Woke Up Brigade, or Wake Up Brigade, is an interesting one, and it's very popular out there and popular in Australia too. It's a sentiment that is global.
Well, it was very interesting watching, again, 60 Minutes. You know, I thought it was a very balanced report, so thank you for that. But it definitely is resonating around the world. I think a lot of people, and they're not even the silent majority, but just regular people, who feel like they're being bullied around all day, every day by a small, vocal group of very woke people. They call themselves woke. And they just want to control how everybody now thinks, how they behave, what they can find funny, what movies and TV they can enjoy watching. And it's completely insufferable. And if you live in a liberal democracy, as I do here and you do there, you sort of think, well, there's something liberal about this. In a way, it's so illiberal, it's bordering on a new form of fascism. And this cancel culture is completely out of control. And I know when I do these columns for Daily Mail Australia, they're incredibly popular with the Australian public. They get huge click numbers. And everyone tends to agree. They don't agree with the small group of people on Twitter screaming all day about you've got to do this and got to do that and you can't say this and you can't say that. They actually agree with me and people that have just a regular common sense view of life. And it's not a license to be offensive or to be racist or transphobic or any of these things. It's a license to exercise the right to freedom of speech. And without that right, frankly, you don't have a democracy.
Well said, my friend. It's good to see you. I will not rest until there's a photo of you and I on your mantelpiece behind you. That sounded weird.
Well, you know, there's two things going well for England at the moment. One is our vaccination numbers are through the roof in the UK.
That's good.
And I know that Australia is really struggling, so I hope you get up to speed on that because we need the world to be vaccinated. And secondly, we're in a heat wave in this country right now. In fact, it's a lot hotter here than it is where you are. So on almost every metric, we're winning.
We'll
see how we
when
go
you
in the-
say heat wave, though, it's what, 22 degrees there today?
23.
Come on, give it credit. No, that's not your winter. That for us this is boiling hot.
Hey, we look forward to seeing you on our fair shores later in the year, my friend, for the Ashes. It'll be terrific and always good to see you, Piers. And the book is Wake Up.
Well, look forward to it. And thanks again for 60 Minutes. We
Pleasure,
appreciate
mate.
it.
And it's all good bookstores now. That book is available and it's a terrific read. Knows what he's doing. Piers Morgan. Great to have him on the show.